Hi, I'm Chris. This is Miller Plays. It's time for more Pentagon challenge, and this time we have moved continents, or at least we're about to, and we're going to join the North American A side in North America. Not sure who it might be. A little clue there, and we'll just see how we got on in North America. So, having quit Osaka and jumped on a plane to North America, we can see that Osaka have recently hired a new manager, the former Kobe manager, and we have two job interviews with Tigre and Monterrey. So, first things first, we've got to check out the first division in Mexico and see what the qualifying is all about. And we can see that one team qualifies from the one team qualifies to the second round of the North American Champions Cup, and 5 qualify into the first round. The winners of the first division opening stage and the first division closing stage final both get in, plus the teams defeated in the first division opening stage final and the closing stage final, so that's 4, and then it's fixed on league positions. So, yeah, it's clear as mustard, all that. So, if you've never managed in Mexico, it's quite easy in the end. You basically, the league is split into 2 windows. Your opening window where you play all the other teams once, and then the top 4 teams, I think it is, go into a playoff. The 2 that get to the final are both in the Champions League, and you repeat, rinse and repeat for the closing stage as well. And there we go, Monterrey. Following the interview, have suggested a few coaches that I can bring in and offer me almost 11 grand a week and a huge transfer budget. Tigres, very similar, a slightly bigger one, but we've always fancied the Monterrey job, so we try and get a few extra quid. And can we get up to 13? They're sticking hard and fast at 11. We're really pushing it here, and they accept at 12.25k. That was tight. That was risky, but we got there, and we become the Monterrey new manager. We have a large bank balance. We have a large transfer budget. We also score with a Bulgarian in our opening game. And then we went on a transfer blitz. We brought in Diaz, Alfaro. These are young players that can only get better. Carlo Gattini, a young Chilean goalkeeper, comes in. We bring in Valdez, a defensive midfielder, another young player. Elkin Ruiz, he's a more experienced left back, quite decent. And then the Canadian Nick Coker is a top striker. And with all that business, we are 7th with the bookies at 33 to 1. We're playing a 4-4-2 diamond formation, and we get away with a blinder. Figueiredo slams a great shot in there from a free kick. Absolutely stunning, top bins. Keeper didn't even move, and it's 4-0 after 25 minutes. It's another battering from one of my sides. 25 gone, 5-0 up. And as you can see here, the transfer business keeps on going. We bring in Balde, our man that we brought in from Osaka, and then Cantu, another top striker. We follow that with Park Young-Hyan, an attacking midfielder, and a young left back who can also play right back, and another centre back, another youngster, and another young striker as well, just to add into it, and he's got plenty of pace. So 2 games in, we are top of the league. And Figueiredo has gone. Our attacking right wing back went out the door. We then brought in the likes of Sydney and Vidal. We have upgraded this squad dramatically, and it shows. It's wins after wins after wins. We didn't do well in the Club World Championship, but that's because that was happening pretty much before I was able to buy anyone. Cantu scores. That's his 3rd goal of the season. We're 2-2 against Montreal. Sydney to Diaz and Park Young-Hyan. After 86 minutes, we're through the Leagues Cup. The winner qualifies for the North American Champions Cup. In the playoffs, the winner also qualifies there. The loser qualifies as well. In the third round, or fourth playoff, come on, man, just click on it. You have to win the third, fourth playoff spot to get into the NCAA. We are overpowering teams quite easily here. Nick Coker, Cantu. We've got plenty of very, very good players. And with that win, we finished third in the Leagues Cup and get our entries into the all-important North American Champions Cup, NAC, or whatever it is. Pachua here. I think this is the opening stage final. We've come back against them. Diaz scores. Was it offside? No, it wasn't. Pachua, a very decent side. It's back and forth. It's gone to 3-3. Diaz with a goal from the penalty spot. With all this upgrade, you'd have thought our defence, etc., would be better, but we did struggle in this game against Pachua. Pachua are obviously one of them and Club America, the top teams in Mexico. But Brandon Cantu there puts us 4-3 up. Second leg. It didn't count, obviously. A two-legged affair. It goes to penalties. We've missed it. Asensio and Pachua slot home the penalty. 4-4 on aggregate. But they win on penalties. We've lost the opening stage. We then strengthened. We brought in Taboda and went on a nice winning run. Juan Diaz with his 8th there. And we now face Toronto in the NACC second round. There we go. I've got it right this time. North American Champions Cup, I think it's called. And Brandon Cantu puts us up. Monterey come back through Toronto. That was the second leg. They won that 2-0. But we were safely through. We then played the Colorado Rapids. Sydney opens the scoring. The Rapids, though, come back. And that penalty makes it 2-2 in the first leg. But Bolde, what can he do? Into stoppage time, Bolde scores, slots home 3-2 in the 96th minute. And then, in the return leg, it is so one-sided, you wouldn't believe. Monterey faced Chivas, 1-0 up in the second leg, into the final, and this all-conquering Christmas tree formation. Cruz Azul in the final then. They take the early lead after 5 minutes from the penalty spot. Tom Reed puts them ahead. But it's not long before half time, then Cantu gets the equaliser. It finishes 1-1. We're on to penalties. And Cruz Azul miss. Gattini with a fine save. Sacido, he's missed as well. So it's gone on. It's a 6 penalty each. It's 5-5. Soppy is saved by Gattini. We're on the cusp. We are on the cusp. Stepping forward is going to be Bolde, our man from Japan. Well, he's actually from Africa, but we took him to Japan. And what does he do here? Does he score? Does he slot it? Where does he slot it? The tension is mounted, I think, over there. And I was completely wrong. He went straight down the middle. Keeper went one way. And we take the victory in the NACC. We are North American Champions Cup winners in our first season. Well, it's not even at the end of the first season. We weren't in the competition. We snuck in through the back door with the third place finish in the Leagues Cup. And here we are, lifting the trophy. What a transfer window. What a transformation of this side. Tigre must be really sick. And just to rub it in, Club America in the closing stages of the Mexican First Division, guaranteeing us NACC position. Well, we're already guaranteed. And there it is. We've won the First Division closing stage as well. We would qualify from losing the playoff final and winning this one. So we had 2 qualifications there. We've still got the Leagues Cup to go. So we could have got a third qualification spot as well. I wonder if we could have put a reserve team in. The way we've been purchasing players and improving the squad, we could have done that. But there we have it. And so that's it. That's how we managed it. And it's time to quit. It's time to move on to our next continent. 3 down, 2 to go. We're heading to South America. Who are we going to get? Where are we going to go? And how quickly can we win the Champions League with them?